If you're in the market for a premium family car with the added practicality of an estate, then there are only three real options: the BMW 3 Series Touring, the Audi A4 Avant, and this, the Mercedes C-Class. The Mercedes range has gone through something of a design refresh over recent years, getting a more stylish, modern look. It was something that was drastically needed, especially when compared to the rather sober appearance of previous models. As expected, much of the styling carries over from the saloon, meaning it gets a sleek, rounded grille at the front, these swooping headlamps with aggressive eyebrow daytime running lights, and a much more rounded stance on the road thanks to these sculpted wings and rounded tailgate. Inside, the dash is a carbon copy of the saloon. It's stylish and well laid out, as you'd expect from a Mercedes. All models get a tablet-style display, which is easy to use thanks to this command control dial. The driving position is fully adjustable too, and electric on higher spec models, and all-round visibility is good. In the back, there's very little between the Mercedes and its competition when it comes to space. There's plenty of head and leg room, although middle passengers will have to cope with this central transmission tunnel. The space offered by the boot is the main reason for going for an estate, and with the rear seats upright, it'll carry around 490 litres of load. That's slightly less than the equivalent BMW, but fold the rear seats down and it'll carry around 1500 litres of boot space, slightly more than the BMW. The boot also features an optional hands-free opening system, meaning you can kick your foot under the rear bumper to open it. A neat party trick when you've got your hands full. There's a wide range of petrol and diesel engines on offer in manual or automatic guise. The C250 and C220 are both powered by a 2.1 litre diesel, and both have plenty of oomph. The C250 offers a sub 7 second 0 to 60 mph time, and as an all-rounder is a much better option. The entry-level C200 is a bit lacklustre and has to be worked hard to get anywhere, and it's the same story for the C200 petrol. If money is no option though, there's a 4 litre V8 SAMG version, which will do 0 to 60 in just 4 seconds and keep going to a top speed of a limited 155 mph. If you find yourself on motorways regularly, then it's definitely worth ticking the air suspension on the optional extras list. It makes travelling at higher speeds considerably more comfortable, and should you opt for more spirited driving, then the sport mode keeps body control impressively stable. With a manual gearbox, the C-Class estate has impressively low emissions. However, automatics are a more popular choice, so if you're a company car driver and you prefer an auto, expect to pay more. If emissions are a consideration though, it's worth looking at the 2.1 litre diesel hybrid. That's what we think, but what about a group of professionals?
I think it's very practical for a professional. It's a very luxurious car. It's equipped with all the high-tech mod cons, and very comfortable to drive in, especially if you're driving many hundred miles like I do every month. For a family, probably not so practical. I think that the white seats and the white interior would get very dirty very quickly, but there is spacious boot and a nice generous sunroof as well. So with regards to that, I think it's pros and cons. I think the actual control system is very good. Actually, it's easy. It's not at all complicated, especially if you're not a very techie geek like myself. And I think it's very easy to control, and particularly the large screen as well. So it's nice and easy to see. I think the overall design, especially the back end, I'm not particularly keen on that. The white interior, as I said before, doesn't appeal to me greatly. But I think the comfortable arrangements and the seats are extremely comfortable for long journeys, so that's a definite plus.
It's a fairly practical car. I think it's more of a lifestyle vehicle, but it's fairly practical, yeah. I think as a daily commuter, it's a nice car. I think it's got all the space and practicality you need for that. I'd question whether you could take it on longer journeys fully packed. I've had a good play with the control system, and there's a lot of functionality, and the quality has moved up a lot on old Mercedes. It's still a little bit fiddly to use, I find, and it's a distraction when you're driving if you're not careful. I think Mercedes have missed the mark a little bit in the styling of this car. It doesn't feel very well balanced, and there's an awful lot of metal at the back. It's not very elegant. However, I do like the interior styling. I think they've come on a long way, and I think that they're now up there with the same kind of quality as Audi and BMW. They've come a long way, and I think the interior really works well.